A blessed day to you all. My name is Peter Lina from Sydney, Australia. Welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today, we celebrate the Solemnity of Saint Joseph, husband of the Blessed Virgin Mary. In the Gospel, we read about the role that Saint Joseph had in our salvation history. There's a lot to be said and learned from Saint Joseph. Please allow me to share some of my reflections on these. It takes a man of courage to do what Joseph had done, at the risk of being mocked and shamed for taking on Mary as his wife, who was found to be with a child even before they lived together. He did as the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took his wife Mary into his home. We also know that later, once more, Joseph had to act on God's command, taking Mary and the child Jesus to Egypt to escape the danger brought about by Herod's order to kill all the newborn boys. In both these instances, it would almost be understandable if instead he replied, "Lord, I'm not sure about this. Is this really the best course of action?" There was, however, none of these. In humble obedience and with great courage, he followed without delay. How many times have we felt a leading, an urge, or in some instances, even have heard very clear words of guidance from the Lord, and yet we chose to delay or held back on acting out of fear of the unknown or the uncertainty that is before us. Joseph's courage comes from what we read in today's gospel. It was because he was a righteous man. Such acts of courage and obedience weren't spur-of-the-moment leaps of faith. He was someone already accustomed to living out God's teachings and laws. We could almost deduce that he was a man of prayer who was attuned to God's voice, enabling him to act quickly. If we are to be men and women of courage, we ought to be men and women of prayer. It's also very clear that Joseph was a man of great love for Mary and love for Jesus. We know little about Joseph's life as Jesus was growing up. It is quite easy, however, to picture Joseph doing what a loving husband and a father did back in his time, caring and providing for his family and spending time with the young Jesus. It was this selfless love that enabled Joseph to stay the course and fulfill his role and mission for the remainder of his life. Let us draw inspiration from the life of Saint Joseph. Let us live our lives with courage, holiness, and righteousness. Let our love for Jesus and Mary be ever constant. May you all have a blessed day.